Hi guys, today's video is going to be a what's in my carry-on. I love these videos, they're my favourite videos to film. And yet, I'm in a real funk today. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's like pre-holiday anxiety or hormones, because I have got a weird breakout around here, which I never break out down here. But for the last couple of days, I felt like I'm in a bit of a funk. And I'm really hoping I can shake it off before we go on holiday, because I feel so strange. But I would love to know if you guys have ever felt like this just before a holiday. I'm hoping it is kind of holiday related and I just kind of like, I get off the plane and I feel great, but I'm in a strange mood. But I have been looking forward to filming this, and so although it is getting a little bit later in the day, hence the light, I want to get this done because it is my last opportunity before we fly. So the bag that I'm taking is new. It is this Longchamp Pliage Neo. It is a little bit, I say it's new, I've used it once or twice already. Can you see the light? The light right now is not so great, that's why I'm filming from this angle. So I picked this up a month or so ago, and I got it with two things in mind: carry-on luggage, which is obviously what I'm using this for today, and weekend trips and overnight trips. And I've already used it. I actually, the first time I got it, I threw everything in it to see what it was like, and then I carried it for a week, even to work and stuff. It's a really big tote, but it didn't feel huge. And I can carry my laptop in it and stuff, and just a big catch-all. I was almost converted back to totes after using it for a week. So I've really enjoyed using it for that kind of thing, but I've also used it for a night away. I just really like the size of it. I believe this is the medium. I originally ordered the small thinking it would be big enough, but it definitely wasn't. I will put the dimensions, or at least the information of the one I have, below. And I think that the medium Neo is more like the large in the original. Don't quote me on that. I don't know everything about this at all. I'm very new to Longchamp, but I believe that is the case. And the reason I liked this one rather than the original was because it's got the colour block, I was going to say, the colour tone? What's the word? Colour-coded leather. I don't like the brown leather with the different colours. And so the Neo has that in all different colours, and they do seasonal ones as well. So I would definitely consider getting another one of these. I think that the nylon is a little bit thicker than the originals, and it feels really durable, but it's still a nice bag, but it's understated and not kind of like in-your-face designer handbag. It's not that expensive, but I'm hoping it'll last me for a long time. So with that out of the way, the second thing that I bought for this trip that I've wanted forever is this, and this is the Aspinal travel wallet. I can't tell you how much I wanted this. Every single time I've been on holiday, probably for the last 5 years, I've contemplated buying one of these. These are so expensive, like incredibly expensive. This was as expensive, if not more expensive than this. And I just wanted one. It was irrational. Initially, I wanted one because you could have your initials hot stamped. Then I liked the different colours. And in the end, I got black with no initials. I got the one with the red, and it's a beautiful travel wallet. It is. But I got it and it just didn't feel special. I know that you guys will know what I'm talking about. I know this sounds so ridiculous, but I want to mention it because sometimes you kind of build something up in your mind as it's going to be life-changing. Like, I'm going to buy this thing and everything's going to be amazing. It just didn't give me that feeling. So I've kept it because I feel like if I didn't keep it, I would still have that want. But like, I've put our passports in there, and it's not made for a family. It's not. It's made for kind of maybe a couple's worth of passports, but it doesn't fasten all that well, and it's just not as amazing as I thought it would be. So I like it. It's cute. It's got all the nice little organised sections and stuff, and I still will use it probably forever. But all I'm saying is I definitely didn't need to spend all that money on this travel wallet, and I do regret it, and I love it, but I don't love it enough for the price. Okay, moving on. I do have a little bag in here. Now, the reason I put that in here was because I was originally going to take a carry-on case as well, and you can only take, on most international flights anyway, unless you pay more, you can only take one piece of carry-on luggage and a handbag. So in that case, I would have had my carry-on case, and this would have been my handbag, in which case I would put the little handbag inside that bag. I would then put this on during the time that I'm in the airport, because it's got my purse in here and stuff that I don't want to kind of get lost in the bottom of the bag. But then when I actually came to get on the flight, I would put it back in the bag and it would be no issue. That's kind of just one tip that I would give for you. If you are struggling with the amount of things that you can take, throw your handbag in your hand luggage and it's kind of just problem solved. So I do have that in there, but I'll end up just carrying it because I've only got the 2 items now. I've got my bag of beauty stuff. Now, I definitely don't need all of this. Also, I'm going to be putting this into a different container. I have this is from Kiehl's. I've just used this as a bit of a placeholder, but I do also have a Sephora made like fit for purpose little Ziploc bag, and I know that that's absolutely fine, totally approved by the airlines, so I'm going to put it in that as well. That's just, I've washed it, so I'm waiting for it to dry. Whereas this one's not actually a Ziploc bag, so I was a bit nervous that I was going to have to decant everything into a plastic bag when I got there, and I just don't need the hassle of that. So most of the stuff in here is stuff that I might want to use the night before the flight, or on the flight, or when I get there, just in case I've lost my luggage. I always say this when I'm packing, but I've never lost my luggage yet, touch wood. But you just never know, and there's some things that I don't want to have to rush out and replace immediately. Funnily enough, I've never actually packed any clothing for that eventuality. I feel like I could go and get something to wear that quite easily, whereas there's some things that you don't want to be without, do you? So I've got some tissues, I've got a heat patch because I have a really bad back, and especially for sitting long periods of time. This is just in case it gets really uncomfortable on the plane. A nail file. I have a couple of sachets of junior paracetamol, kind of like a Calpol thing. I do have stuff in here that's not liquids, by the way. I know this is like a liquids bag, but I don't like to have to kind of separate things out, and it's not really been an issue so far. They haven't made me do that. Some wet wipes. I've got, what is this? Oh, a Cool and Soothe. Again, this is just for the kids, just in case. I do have other like paracetamols and stuff, but anything that could be classed as liquid in any way is in here. I've got a sachet of firming mask. I do have a few items of makeup. Again, this is just in case. I don't intend on putting any makeup on to fly, but just in case something happens. I've got my concealer that can serve as my foundation as well. I've got a translucent powder from Kat Von D. I've got this Pot Rouge from Bobbi Brown, which is like a cream blush. And I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara Mini. So just those 4 items would do me in a pinch, like worst case scenario. And this locket thing has got like a powder puff inside it, so I can apply it like that. I've got the Boots Allergy Eye Mist Spray. I love this spray so much. My eyes get really, really tight when I'm traveling, and just even in the morning time sometimes, it's nice to be able to spritz my eyes and wake them up a little bit. So whether it be on the plane, because it gets quite dry, or while we're traveling, I'm going to enjoy using that. I've got the Bobbi Brown Skin Nourish mask, which I am a huge, huge fan of. I actually discovered this before I went to New York last year, and I'm absolutely convinced it saved my skin, because it was winter anyway, and my skin looked absolutely amazing when I got off the plane, and I think it was thanks to this. And then just before I land, I'm going to take off anything that I've got on my skin from the flight, and I'm going to use this Rose Flash Balm, which is an instant skin booster from Pixi. And it works, you can use it as a primer, you can use it as a mask, but I use it kind of just to perk up my skin, and it's kind of cooling and refreshing, and it just makes me feel refreshed in the morning time. I also have a Midnight Recovery Concentrate Oil. What I will probably do is take off anything that I've got on my face. I'll do like a serum or an oil, and then I'll put on the nourishing mask. That's kind of my plan for in-flight. I've got a tiny little Vaseline, but it's not for my lips. It's not what you think it would be for. I get really, really dry in my nose when I fly. This can't just be me. Every single time I get on a plane, it's really, really uncomfortable. So every little bit of the inside of my nose gets like just horribly, horribly dry, and like uncomfortable and just awful. So almost as soon as we get on the plane and it takes off, I go to the bathroom and I put loads of this inside my nose. I don't know how good that is for me, but I only ever do it when I fly, so it's not really that often. But it is the only thing that solves the problem. So that's what that's for. Also, I've got the cocoa butter one. It wasn't on purpose, but it smells quite nice. For my actual lips, I've got the Burt's Beeswax lip balm. Beeswax lip balm. It's the vitamin E and peppermint. I can't speak today. Peppermint one. It's just the original. I really like that one. I've got the This Works Breathe In little roller ball. I find this really, really effective. I've just bought the one from Neil's Yard that's the travel one, but I think the scent is a little bit strong to be using in a confined space, and I'm very aware, no aerosols. I'd love to take a facial spray, but I don't want to aggravate anyone that sits around me. And people are sensitive to smells, let alone any kind of medical issues that they might have, or like respiratory things. And so I've taken this one because I feel like, although I can smell it, it's not as strong around me as other ones. But it's very, very effective. If I am feeling a little bit anxious, it's great. And so I've got that with me just in case, although I never feel like I really ever need that when I'm traveling. I'm not a particularly anxious traveller. I'm just feeling really strange today. I can't explain it. Maybe it's the weather. And then finally I've got this, which is such a cool little thing. It is a little stacker from Boots, and they actually are, they're all screwed together and you can't use them separately, which kind of sucks. I wish I could use them separately, but I can't. They each top is the lid, if you know what I mean. Each thing is the lid to the next thing. So in here I have got, and this is a just in case I lose things and for the night before, I've got a cleanser. This is the Neil's Yard Cleanser. What is that? That is a lip balm. It's the lip balm from Primark, the like lip treatment, which is great. This is an eye cream. It's the Kiehl's Creamy Avocado Eye Cream. This is the Glam Glow new moisturiser, the blue one that they've just brought out. And the top one is the Moisture Burst. Is it called Moisture Burst? I think so. I can't remember. The moisturising blue mask from Glam Glow. So I've got those things in there. Those things I may never use on the plane, but if I want to, I've got pretty much my entire skincare system if I wanted to take it and do that in the bathroom if I wanted to. But I have got it the night before, and just in case, I've got my entire skincare routine there. In case something happens, I feel like I'm totally jinxing myself by making a big deal of it, but you never know. So, in the rest of my case, this you may recognise from previous videos, holds all of my kind of first aidy stuff. So every kind of pill that you could possibly need, basically, from ibuprofen to Imodium, everything is in there. I've also got some stuff that the kids may need, some travel sickness stuff, and I've got some plasters, that kind of thing. In here, these are totally unrelated. This was from Superdrug a million miles. This is from Superdrug a million years ago, and this is from Paul and Joe, or Paul and Joe's sister, I think. Paul and Joe's sister, and it was a Looney Tunes thing. I was gifted this and I love it. It is one of my most used little pouches, which is why it's so scruffy looking. So I've got a hairbrush in here. This is the Tangle Tamer. Please let's not look at the fact that there's still got hair in it. This is my vlogging camera, which is seen so many better days. Like, it's the worst condition right now. I would love to be able to replace it, but they're so expensive and I'm just trying to not have to spend that money right now. This is a headphone splitter, so I probably won't need this, but in case the kids want to watch something together or in case they want to watch something with me, we have this. So we've got a bank of 3 seats, and then Lee is the lucky one sitting by himself. So if I decide to put something on my iPad that we can all watch a movie or something, then we can all listen to it and watch it on my iPad. So that's the plan with that. I've got my phone charger. I've also got a power bank. I've got my headphones, my other headphones. And I've got a little SD card reader, which is for my laptop, because it doesn't have a USB slot, which is not useful. My iPad, I haven't put anything on it yet, but that is tonight's job. This is my laptop charger. Those of you that watched my last packing video from Greece will know that I did a video and was like, and I'm putting my laptop charger in, and and then I took it out to charge and do something while I was editing that video, and I left it at home. So this laptop charger cost me, I believe, £80. I could be wrong. It could be less than that. It could have been, no, I feel like it was so much money. I don't know. I could totally be inflating that in my memory. Was it 40? I don't know, but I feel like it was loads and loads of money from Heathrow. It was like the most expensive laptop charger of all time. So I now have 2, and this is my travel one, and I'm keeping it in a special case, and I do not need to use it tonight because I have another. That is the only benefit of what happened. I've got some face wipes. They should probably be fitting into my liquids because obviously they have liquid in them. I've got a pair of sunglasses. I may take more than one, but these are the ones that are going in my carry-on. These are from Claire's. I never shop in Claire's, but I was in there with Ella, and I love these sunglasses. I think they're so cool. So these are the ones that I'm taking. They're in a Ray-Ban case. They were £5 or something from Claire's. And lastly, I've got my noise-cancelling headphones from Bose. I wish that they were the wireless ones, but they are not. They are the regular ones, and I use them all the time for editing. I actually don't think there's even any charge in the batteries at the moment, so they're not noise cancelling at all. They're just regular headphones, but they're really comfortable. Maybe I'll treat myself some batteries before we go. So I think that's everything. I don't think I've missed anything off that I'm taking with me. We'll probably get some snacks and stuff at the airport. I'm not intending on throwing anything else in there before we go. And anything else that I could possibly need is in my hold luggage. I maybe, now I'm looking at it, should throw in my toothpaste and toothbrush just in case. just in case, guys. Plus, I don't want to have to go into my luggage the night before, so I'm definitely going to need to do that. Okay, just processing as you watch. But that is everything I'm taking in theory. I hope you've enjoyed this video. The next ones that will probably go up will be the vlogs. So if you're into Disney vlogs, Universal vlogs, Florida vlogs, holiday vlogs, then don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification button, because apparently you don't see the subscriptions now unless you've clicked the bell. It makes no sense, but that is the way that it is. And by the time you see this, I will already be on holiday. So if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, go ahead and do that, because I'll be all over Instagram stories and Instagramming up a storm the pictures of the trip. Like I say, I'm really excited. I'm hoping that this is just a little bit of like this is the most stressful holiday I've ever planned for. There's going to be a whole new video about that when we come back. I'm just really hoping that it is just something, you know, because it's such a big holiday, I think I've just put so much pressure on it to be an amazing holiday, and if it's not an amazing holiday, it's going to be such a disappointment. And I'm just really, really hoping that that is what it is. I'm not like anxious about anything else that I haven't realised. I don't know. Overthinking, I think. But thank you for watching. If you haven't already, like I say, please subscribe. And I will see you guys next time with something much, much happier, hopefully. Bye.
Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening.